Move on to long ball number 3 here.
Yes, sir.
All right. Inter Miami, they pulled out a 3-3 to the chagrin of Mike Thomas over the weekend. But the poster boys for the Inter Miami project, Leo Messi and one under fire, Luis Suarez, maybe adding a new distraction to the mix. There's been a little bit of talk of Suarez's playing time and his productivity. And then also, I don't know if the extensions to their contracts has been 100% locked in just yet, but add to the mix a new team in Uruguay for the powerful. Should we call them a power duo?
Yeah, sure. We can call them a dynamic duo, I guess.
From
suppose.
Spain to Florida to Uruguay, MLS's power duo expanding their future, maybe beyond their playing career.
Something like that.
So in a video announcement, Luis Suarez and Leo Messi announced that they are taking over ownership of Deportivo LSM. And that's a renaming of Uruguayan team that, like I said, the power duo for Inter Miami have taken up as a new pursuit in their footballing lives.
Yeah, so this will open up a question as these guys move into club ownership. And I think, does Messi have an option a la David Beckham to somehow get involved in club ownership, maybe in Miami specifically, rather than his own expansion team like Beckham did? But this, I don't know. This is an interesting development for me, right? Because we've got the guys in England that are part of Salford City. Beckham's involved in that. Those are former players, right? Where else are their current players involved in owning clubs? And how can you be both a club owner and a player? I think is a question. We wanted to watch the video a little bit, right, Rob? Did we want to do that?
It's got a fun open at least.
Let's watch. This is in Spanish, so if you don't speak Spanish, it can be a little tough. But here is the video that Luis Suarez put on his social media to announce Deportivo LSM, Deportivo LSM. I guess we're in Uruguay. I guess that's where we are.
Espero que estén muy bien. Hoy quería compartir con todos ustedes algo muy importante, un proyecto familiar que todos conocen, el Deportivo LS. Esto es un sueño familiar que empezó allá en 2010.
Said it was a family dream to have this. Now, we're not going to listen to Luis Suarez describe everything. This is a 5-minute video. I mean, there's just a lot of Luis just sitting there talking to the camera, I guess outlining why he's doing this, what this is all about, what he hopes to achieve with it. Don't know what else we got here. Let's see. I'm still going. Well, this is obviously.
It's a good note to think that this club is actually, they're starting from the bottom. They're starting in the Uruguayan 4th division, so they're not just parachuting into the top.
Yeah, I mean, they're obviously buying at the lowest level, so the lowest level of investment. It could be interesting from Nate, who's a member, the new Latin American Wrexham. Maybe they're seeing it this way. I don't know. Is there a content plan? I would imagine there is, right? A content plan around this team.
Is there any plans made in modern sport that doesn't have a content plan?
That's a good question, and I think you're probably right. Now, obviously, we've already given it away that Messi's involved. This is a lot of Suarez. This is, look, we're at almost 4 minutes of just Luis Suarez on camera.
We started to doubt if he was going to appear when we were working through this.
I imagine that T-shirt is a $500 white T-shirt, because why wouldn't you be doing that? We're 4 minutes in, Luis Suarez still talking. Oh, here we go. Here's the moment.
Proyecto profesional de Deportivo LSM.
Bueno, primero que nada, quería agradecerle a Luis por darme esta oportunidad, por invitarme a unirme con él, a compartir este proyecto el cual venís trabajando hace muchísimos años ya, el cual...
I mean, these guys are boys, right? Their relationship runs deep from their time at Barcelona together. Obviously, Suarez is playing in Miami because he wanted a chance to play with Messi again. I'm imagining a Messi. I don't know what is this one of those deals where Messi is just applying his name to this, Rob? And so it adds some cachet to the club, and really the money is Luis Suarez's money, because then it's happening in Uruguay. It's not happening in Argentina. It feels more Suarez's project. Again, we got 5 minutes of Suarez before Messi showed up on camera to say thank you I want to thank Luis for inviting me to be part of this. Do we think that Messi really is going to be hands-on in any particular way?
You think he's probably going to answer some questions or put in his 2 cents and stuff like that. But if we are going on a ownership interest level at minutes on screen here, and maybe a 4 to 5, 4/5 Luis Suarez project, hometown. In the article that I was perusing to look a little further into this, it kind of essentially the translation here was eventually like, Louis was in, so I'm in. Was
right.
Kind of the quote. Right. But it also speculates maybe this opens them up to like become a ownership group like larger than that together, maybe spread into Argentina.
What do you think of the logo? What do you make of the logo? I mean, it's a pretty boring name. Deportivo, LSM. It's just the boring name. But what do you make of the logo? Because the S and the M are doing this weird marriage thing there.
And would you call that only 1/5 or 4/5 of an M there for the Messi? It's,
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't hate it, but I feel like you're going towards a green themed jersey, and not a lot of successful teams wear green. Sorry to any like Werder Bremen fans or other green rocking teams, but green is not the most successful sports.
Wow.
Soccer
You're
team
saying
color.
Green may be unlucky for them, is what you're saying. That's
I mean, if you look at the root logic of why teams adopted red, was because it catches the eye streaking down the wing. And what color is a soccer field, Jason?
These days, you wear red if you want to capture the Asian market. That's why you wear red. They're not doing that. At least they're not catering, right? Like they're not pandering to anybody. Again, it feels like a passion project for Luis Suarez. Probably he doesn't have much longer on the field. This will be his thing that he goes on and does. And if Messi can add some name recognition, helps the excitement. I don't know if he's got any actual money in it. Maybe he does. Then this will be fascinating. I don't even really think it's going to be that big of a deal for Inter Miami before Suarez rides off into the sunset.
So you don't think Inter Miami misses the playoffs this year in Major League Soccer because they bought a team in Uruguay?
No, I don't think so. It'll be interesting though if the Uruguayan team is more successful than Inter Miami. How people will read that, but yeah, no.
Yeah, so you're saying Deportivo LSM for Supporters Shield 2027?
Sure. Why not? Maybe they will find a way. I mean, who knows? You make a good point about them coming up from the bottom of the pyramid, and maybe in a couple of years they're playing the Copa Libertadores or something. They can't leave Uruguay obviously, but they can become again the Wrexham of Uruguay. It's a good shout.
We have a great guest, Harry Bushnell, waiting in the wings. But before we get to him, like and subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this, haven't hit subscribe yet, do so now. Doesn't cost you a darn thing. Helps grow this channel. Want to take it to the next level? Membership. Lots of bonuses and benefits to that, including the Discord, which has been hotting up. Some great threads going on in the morning kick around Discord. Big perk of being a member. Follow us on social media at mkickround on X, Instagram, Blue Sky. morningkickaround@gmail.com is the place to send an email, or find us as a podcast, Morning Kick Around, on your favorite podcast platform.